What's up to everyone? What's up? Welcome. I am yours truly, King Chris. Welcome to the live broadcast. This is my first live. We're going to be talking about the racist little white boy who assaulted the black girl. Why is he not charged with a hate crime? Justice for Bronna Taylor and Adrew Gilliga. What is going on with everybody? What is going on? We're going to wait till a little bit more people come into the room before we get started. All right. So we're going to wait till a little more people come in the room and then we're going to get started. We are going to get started. I hope everyone is having a great day. Hope you're in a positive place, a positive space. Let's get into this live. This is my first live, so I'm really, really nervous, but I'm excited about it. I think it's time to start doing some live shows, right? Yeah. Tori. And please check out Tori's channel over there. Thank you so much for joining. So let's get some pictures ready so we can get started. Beautiful little black girl is out on the playground. She's playing with her friends. They're having a good time. Racist white boy comes on the playground and he decides to start saying racial slurs. The black girl, she defends herself. She sticks up for herself and she's like, my black is beautiful. My black is beautiful. Racist little white boy goes back home. He gets a pole and a blade. He comes back and he cuts the little black girl's face. She ends up with stitches inside and outside of her jar. This is her. And so so the article says that she suffers from a concussion. She has stitches inside and outside of her cheek. She lost a tooth. The boy was charged with aggravated battery and is under house arrest. And of course, they didn't identify him because he was a child. But my thing is, they don't identify him, but he's a child. They don't say his name. And as you can see, there's no hate crime charges on this. And this is a hate crime. And why it's a hate crime? Because he comes out and he's saying racial slurs. He goes back home and he commits a racial act on this young girl. See, they always covering up for their own. They're always covering up for their own, and it seems to be nothing wrong with it. The district attorney, he says that Johnson County District Attorney Steve Howard says that he charged the little boy with aggravated assault, and what he wants to do is get to the bottom line of this little boy's behavior. See, they always get off with they always get off with the slap on the hand. My thing is, if I was the little girl's parent, I believe in Proverbs 13:24. You spare the rod and you spank that ass. Because apparently these white people are not going to do anything about it. They want to get in some counseling and things like that. But see, this is a behavior. This is how they start as a white supremacist. This is how they start. They start with things like this. So the next thing he'll do, he'll go commit another crime, and eventually he'll probably end up being a massacre, because you know that's what they do. They do massacres. They kill masses of people because that's what they are learned. That's what they are taught. That's what they're taught to do. Is kill black people. Racism is a taught behavior. So we know that this little boy has been taught that. So he's going to get a slap on the hand. This little girl is going to be forever mentally abused. Mentally. This is mentally right here. This is something that she will never forget. This is something that she will always carry with her, and she will always remember saying, "My black is beautiful." And then this little boy comes with a pipe and a blade and cut her face. And the district attorney puts him on house arrest and saying that they're going to look into it, they're going to investigate it, they want to get him some counseling. Which, you know what, counseling is good, but my thing is he needs to be charged with a hate crime. It needs to be a federal crime because it needs to stay on this little white pink pig skin. It needs to stay on his record. It needs to stay on his record. And my next thing is, and so it's coming up election time. So our thing is what we do, Kansas City, what we do, we meet him at the polls. That's what we do. We meet him at the polls and you vote him out. You vote him out. If he don't want justice, we vote him out. Because apparently they're not going to get any justice. Now we're going to move on to Bronna. Bronna Taylor. Bronna Taylor will not receive any justice. These cops will never go to jail. They won't go to jail. This prosecutor, this district attorney, with his little mammy ass, he's going to continue to cover up the whole entire thing. And the latest on Bronna Taylor is that the boyfriend, so they want to say that the boyfriend shot, which was a reaction for the police to retaliate and shoot back, right? But the thing is, now they're saying that the gun that they so claim that this boyfriend shot, it was under the bed. The boyfriend, when he made the phone call to 911, guess what? He was in the other room where they found the gun. So my thing is, they want to say that he shot this police. Well, show us the evidence that he shot this police. Show us that he shot the police. See, they're not releasing that. They're not releasing that. They say that they found blood. So show us the forensics where they found blood. Show us. Show us that they found blood in that room. And see, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. And I get the whole thing is that the police are trained to shoot into the target is no longer a threat. And they came in with the no knock warrant, and then they want to say that they knocked, but we know that they did not knock. And also the neighbor said that they never heard a knock. The neighbor said the only thing they heard was a kick into the door and gunshots. And my thing is that they want to say that she was a drug king and all her boyfriends were selling drugs, this and this and that. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. But because at the end of the day, it did not still deserve for her life to be taken. For her life to be taken. 20 rounds, 7 projectiles into this young lady's body. Excessive force. And then the thing is, too, there's another video, maybe about 2 weeks or maybe a month or so prior to this raid on Bronna Taylor's apartments. These same race soldier cops did the same thing at another residence. The only thing different is that the person did not die. This is a behavior from Louisville, Kentucky's justice system. And like I always tell y'all, I'm going to continue to say it. The police department was defined on race. It was defined to hunt down black and brown skinned slaves, the slave patrol. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're going back to their old ways of killing a black person. The National Lynching Association of Black and Brown Skinned People, your local sheriff and police department. Kill black people and get away with it. That's what we do. That's what we do. And then we try to pay them some money, the $12 million settlement that they got. That's still not going to bring Bronna Taylor back. That's still not going to get justice. But that's probably the only justice that the family will get because these cops will never be prosecuted. And if there is prosecuted, they will never go to jail. And we got to remember that the grand jury, the prosecutor that presents that case to the grand jury, when you present a case to the grand jury, you present the evidence and the information that you want the grand jury to know. That's how that process goes, that you want them to know. So I'm pretty sure those race soldiers and the mammy black man, he's going to go in there and he's going to give them as least as possible of the true facts of this case. As we see, they won't tell us the truth. So we know that we know when they go in there to the grand jury is not going to get the truth. There won't be any justice. It's just simple as that. It will not be any justice for Bronna Taylor. These race soldiers, they've been put on desk duty at another job. They'll be back on the force and they'll be back doing the same thing that they did. My thing is, now we need to fight to get this prosecutor, this district attorney out of office, and we need to fight to make sure that all these people are fired. But they always want to say reform to the police department. Well, reform starts when we have the first complaint of racial profiling. The reform starts, you take them off the force and they're never able to work into law enforcement again. They're never able to work into law enforcement again. That's reform. You take these race soldiers out. That's reform. That's how you start reform. That's how you start reform. And we got to remember that when these polices learn and they go to the gun range, what is our targets always? It's always a black dart or it's a black person running after you. They're trained to kill black people. It's mental. It's embedded into them. So that's what they do. That's what they do. They're afraid. They're afraid. Oh, I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. So they shoot and they kill. That's what they do. That's what they're trained to do. And see, the same thing with this little white little boy, this little pink pig skin little boy on the playground. See, that's what he's learning now. See, he gets a slap on the hand. This will be removed off his record by the time he's 18, 19, 20. He'll become a police officer. He'll become some type of high profile job where he can be the racist little soldier that he is if he don't commit a massacre. Because we know that's what they're trained to do. If he don't become a serial killer, because you know that's the behavior. That's the behavior. But then again, these white soldiers get away with everything they do because you're white, you're right, and you have the privilege card. And you have the privilege card. It got to stop. It got to stop. Adrew Gilliga. We're going to keep moving right along. Adrew Gilliga. So we all knew that this man was gay. He wants to say that he's bisexual, but he's gay. But my thing with Adrew Gilliga, be your true, be yourself. And my thing is, so you marry a black woman, you have little black and brown, beautiful kids, but you go and you screw white men. White man. He loves the white people. But you want to stand in front of us and you want to portray that you're so for black people, for black this, but you go and you sleep with white men and then you can't be your truth. You're not bisexual. He's gay. I don't know. I don't know if he's a drug head, but we know that from that room, we know that he committed some type of gay act. And his wife, which is the beard for him, you know, that's what they do. They go out and they get these women to cover up because they want to live a certain life to the public. So she's a beard. She's going to stay with them. That's her choice. That's her decision. We have nothing to do with that. But the thing is, Adrew needs to be yourself and be your truth. Be yourself and be your truth and use your platform as being a gay black male and come out here and let these young black gay children know that it's okay to be who you are. So we have to break that cycle. That's why our black men are so afraid to be who they are. And that's why our black women have the AIDS and the HIV and they have broken relationships because their man is cheating because they cannot satisfy their man, but they stay because they want to live in the light of people. We have to learn that your truth is who you is. Your truth is you like me for who I am or you don't like me at all. Because at the end of the day, it's none of our business who you decide to be in your bedroom with. I don't care, Adrew Gilliga. I don't care. But what I do care is you want to say all this and this and that, and you want to go campaign and you want to be in the Black people's neighborhoods and say that you want to do this and you want to do that for the Black people, but you're not being your true self. You're not being who you are. Bisexual is confused. So I mean, is he confused? But we know he's not confused because he surely showed us what he liked. He liked escorts, white men. So be who you are, Andrew. Be who you are. This is a short live. This is my first live. So I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. We have more and more and more to come. So while you're out there in those streets, please remember to stay safe and remember Black power, Black power. And remember to always show love to your Black brother and sister. And remember that our children that are coming up, we got to teach them and we got to embed into them higher education. Until we meet again, may God bless.